Hi everybody, it's Mandy here. I just got a couple messages from some of you guys lately asking how I'm doing. It's been about 4 months now since my miscarriage and my IUD pregnancy and all that crud that happened. I got a message today asking if I was still trying. I just wanted to give an update. I've been meaning to give an update for a long time, but I've just been like crazy busy and still kind of like deciding, do I want to keep doing videos or not? I don't really know anything about video editing or just making these YouTube videos. I know all these people have like these songs that come in the beginning and all sorts of editing going on, and I don't know how to edit videos at all. I swear my lipstick is messed up. You guys caught me during like on the very end of my workday, and I'm on break right now, but my makeup has been on like all day long, and it's starting to move because I sit there at a desk like this all day, and my hands are all over my face because I'm bored as hell. Anyways, I really haven't been that sure about what I want to do. I think I do eventually want to learn how to do the whole video thing and, you know, kind of run away with it. But so I know some of you have been wondering about what's going on. Am I still trying for a baby? Well, there were a few things I never mentioned in my videos before because they were so much more about me having that miscarriage because of that IUD pregnancy, and it was really about all those problems and the hormonal problems it caused me during that time. But right now, no, since it's been 4 months, it took me a long time to get regular periods back, and I've only had 3 now, and the first was awful. It was horrendously just heavy and full of a lot of clots, and we wanted to keep waiting, so we waited for me to get regular. Now I've gotten pretty much regular. I'm ovulating again, and my fiance and I, we've been talking about, you know, trying again. We really want to. We've been kind of thinking about it. My ovulation day is coming up in like 4 days, and like yesterday we like decided, let's go ahead, let's just do it. But I hadn't told you guys I have severe hypertension. I've had blood pressure problems for about 5 years now, and it's also caused me a lot of anxiety because certain times of day I'll just be sitting there and all of a sudden my adrenaline just rushes, what seems for like no reason, and then it scares me, and then I can't seem to calm down for hours. I've been to the hospital multiple times, and if you have anxiety or if you have hypertension, you know, they go hand in hand, and if you go to the hospital, they pretty much are like, well, what do you want us to do about it? They give you an IV, and then they wait till it goes down, and then they send you home. Nothing crazy happens. That's what they always do. They never try to find the underlying cause. They just give you some medication, and you know, they send you to your primary care doctor and just tell you, go see your primary care doctor and follow up. Nothing. So I never even go to the emergency room anymore. I just freak out for hours until it goes away. Try to calm myself. But I've been trying really hard to get my blood pressure to come down so that I know that I can have a pregnancy that's safe. When I had my daughter, Macy, she's 3 now, we had a really hard time towards the end. I did start what I thought was passing out in my sleep. I would just wake up with my face like totally tingling, and I'd wake up gasping for air. And my ex-husband at the time, all my 3 kids are from my ex-husband. That's a long story. He ended up being a heroin addict after a long time of being together, 9 years, and it was sad. I had to leave him, and my fiance, who I'm with now, that's why we really want to have a baby, because he's never had any of his own. We really I feel like it would complete our family. I feel like he might even have a different kind of love for me than he never knew he could have. You know, I know he loves me very much now, but I feel like we would be more complete if we did have a child together, and that's what I really want for us. But anyways, when I was pregnant with my youngest, I'd had a lot of problems towards the end. I had a lot of my blood pressure was pretty high towards the end. And they did induce me a week early. I never had preeclampsia or anything like that. But I did have a couple scares where just I had spikes out of nowhere and I didn't really know why. I would just be sitting there and all of a sudden my blood pressure would spike super high, like 180 over 117 or something. And I didn't really ever know why. So ever since then I've been on medication. I've been on something called metoprolol and lisinopril for a while, which is, if you know blood pressure medications, lisinopril is an ACE inhibitor. It slows down your blood flow. Those are no-nos. You cannot take them while you're pregnant. Right now, before I got pregnant with my IUD, I was already thinking about having a baby. So we were on the hunt for a medication that will work and for it be safe for a pregnancy. So my doctor had me try labetalol. I was taking labetalol my last month or two of my pregnancy with my daughter, and I noticed a few things. I had a lot of headaches, which I never knew was because of the medication. I just thought it was my blood pressure itself. And I had, my heart felt kind of funny. Sometimes it felt like something was squeezing me. But, and my muscles were really weak and slow, and so I couldn't really do a lot of physical activity. And now I'm not pregnant, but I've been taking this medication to try and give it a good trial run, and it's not really working. My blood pressure is normally on a day-to-day like 150 over 110 or something right now. And I've been doing a lot of research lately, and I come to find out that, you know, I've been listening to a lot of these lectures by this Dr. Bergman, and you can look him up on YouTube, look up Dr. Bergman and blood pressure, and he has a lot of really good stuff to say about how blood pressure is not actually a disease. It's a symptom, basically, of another underlying cause. You need to find out what the underlying cause is, what's causing the blood pressure. Blood pressure medications only treat the symptoms. They lower the blood pressure, but they don't help you find out what is causing your blood pressure to be high. So I am on the hunt trying to figure out what it is. And then I started thinking about, several times in the past, my ex-husband would shake me while I was sleeping and wake me up and tell me, breathe, you're not breathing. And I sleep on my back and I snore a lot, and I found out that I'm a pretty darn good candidate for maybe like sleep apnea, which really screws your blood pressure, apparently. So I'm kind of torn right now about this whole baby thing. Like, I was ready to try this weekend, but maybe should I like wait one more month and get this sleep study done and keep doing these new breathing exercises? I found that you should really always be breathing through your mouth. It's actually not good for you to be a mouth breather all the time. I'm trying to figure out the doctor's name that I learned all this from today. I can't remember, but I'll tell you later if you want to know. And I tried these breathing exercises today, like just breathing through just my nose, and it calmed me down like so much I nearly nodded off at my desk. I was like falling asleep. So I'm gonna keep trying to sleep on my side, not on my back, make sure my airways aren't obstructed, and see if sleeping in a different way and paying attention to the way that I'm breathing more might actually help change my blood pressure, because I'm only 128 pounds. I'm not overweight. That's not why I have the problem. I don't have a potassium deficiency. I take potassium and magnesium supplements every day. I take garlic, fish oil, CoQ10, all the things that are said to have basically cured people from high blood pressure, and for me, none of it has worked. So, if really breathing, I think, is the only problem that I could possibly still have, and it does make sense because I sleep on my back and I'm a mouth breather and I snore a lot. So I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna talk to my doctor this week and see if I can get checked out for that. Other than that, I'm not really exactly. I'm still trying to make a decision. Do I want to catch this ovulation cycle? Sorry, I have boob sweat, you guys. It is really hot out here. I'm in my car on my break, and it's like probably 100 degrees in this car right now. But anyways, I really don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna check this cycle or not, or if it's gonna be the next one. I'm gonna talk to my man. Let's see what we're gonna do. It's a really hard decision to make. We're also going to Vegas in like a week and a half. Yeah, we rescheduled that trip that was supposed to happen when I lost the baby, and now we're about to go on this trip like next weekend, and we're gonna go have all this fun and whatnot. And if I get pregnant this week, so it's actually in 2 weeks, so if I get pregnant this week, I'll technically probably be pregnant for the Vegas trip. It might be too early to tell, but I'm like, do I really want to get drunk knowing I might? I don't know. I mean, I definitely have a little wine. I can't say I wouldn't. Anyways, all right, I have to get back into work, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. Sorry if that was more than you even needed to know. But seriously, I'm thinking about doing some videos on my blood pressure stuff and everything that I know. Maybe I can help somebody else who's struggling with the same thing. Feel free to tell me whatever you guys think in the comments below. Subscribe if you want, and I will see y'all later. Bye.